Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and beautiful little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious. And the life is treating you most deliciously. So, what do we do? 3, 2, 1, my juicy little lass. Oh, thank you, little lass. You're delicious and bright. Yeah, they're even at the moment, my delicious little babies. Now, then, what's the time, Mr. Wolf? Well, it is nearly 10 to 4 in the afternoon, my delicious little babies, and I hope that wherever you are in the world, that life is treating you most deliciously. Um, right now, then, so it is rather chilly. There's no clouds in the sky. There isn't one cloud in the sky. It's a very sort of faint blue colour. So I suppose it's like a grey blue, and that's the weather forecast, okay? But I hope that wherever you are, that the weather is much better than our weather, where we are. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, there is something I want to say, yeah. So if you was to go on to our lovely davidicke.com, and with anybody not in that way, not in that way, you will see lots of different articles, lots of different little videos, well, some longer videos, some shorter. And what you'll also see is what's been going on in Brussels. Okay, my delicious babies. And what this is all to do with is the farmers really getting rather upset, my delicious babies. It's not a long video because they feel that they are experiencing, which I'm pretty sure they're not wrong here, communism, my delicious babies. Okay, well, of course, the farmers, as we very well know, have been severely, there we are, picked on, okay, in our old England and all over the world. Okay, my delicious babies. And of course, farmers are important. There we are. They are very important because, well, it is for us to live. It's food. Okay, my delicious little babies. I mean, of course, you will have thousands out there who know how to grow food, but for the majority, they do not know. Okay, my delicious little babies. Not only that, but in our old England, we've had this for flipping decades, my delicious little babies. The weather's shite half the time, you know what I mean? And of course, it means that things do not grow um, as they should grow. Okay, my delicious little babies. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. But what do I say? Well, good on the farmers. Good on you over in Brussels. You know what I mean? How much can all of us, and I'm not inciting anything, by the way, my delicious babies, but how much can all of us take in the world, my delicious babies? I do not believe that there's 8 billion. That's just a load of bullshit. There isn't 8 billion at all. It's just another excuse for to whom it may concern and the little lackeys just to, let's just say, remove off our earth each and every year, my delicious babies. There we are, and that is my thoughts. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, before I proceed, go any further, yesterday I did my video. It's only had 2 views. Okay, my delicious babies, and well, it took absolutely hours upon hours upon hours to upload. I was talking about Venice. I was talking, just one cornetto, give it to me. Not very likely, they're 50p. Okay, my delicious baby. So I was talking about Venice. I was talking about France. Because I've been to France, passed through there. But personally, you know what I mean? It's like I was never, I was with my dear dad anyway, all them decades ago. We were going on holiday and stuff. So, but I was just pointing out that, you have to be drawn, there we are, to going somewhere. Do you understand what I mean, Mads and Schluckbabies? But anyway, whatever it was that I was talking about and covering in my video, it seems that YouTube is not a liking. Do you see what I mean, Mads and Schluckbabies? Yes. Anyway, So I just thought I'd mention it. Now then, I do not know whether any of you will know this film. Well, you will actually, for the majority of you. It's called Eyes Wide Shut. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, I do actually remember this film, but it is just very vaguely, and then it came back to me. Okay, my delicious little babies. But anyway, well, what has happened here? It's came up on my feed. Now, I personally never saw this upload. Anyway, you hear the uploader's voice, okay? And they happen to have how many videos is it? Is it 11 or 12? It's something like 11 or 12 videos, my delicious little babies, and they have 178,000 subscribers, my delicious little baby. So I do not know whether that's some of the videos have maybe, I don't know, been removed or something. I do not know, because I mean 178,000 subscribers for 11 or 12 videos. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, nevertheless, this one here, my delicious little babies, is called, in older YouTube, my delicious little babies, capital H, hacked, then space, capital H again, headlands. Okay, my delicious little babies, that is the uploader, hacked space headlands. Okay. If you was to go to the one where it says, please and thank you, should anybody happen to have any form of an interest, Eyes Wide Shut. Now, it was it around 1999, that film, or something like that? Okay, my delicious babies. Anyway, I won't say anything more about that, but there's also another video on there. It's to do with this man. What's his name? You know, who's just him and his wife have been murdered in America. Rob Reiner or something. Anyway, there's another video there, my delicious little babies, as well. Okay, so you know, I do not know what your thoughts are. Me personally, see, this is what's happening now for myself personally. I had, up until the time when you know, to do with that Charlie Cork in America, my delicious little babies. Okay, I personally had never have heard of the man. Now, for myself, I've never heard of this one either. Okay, so I'm just telling the truth. I'm just, you know, I mean, for anybody who's in, I suppose, politics and Hollywood and things like that, of course, they would know who, you know, these are. But for myself, I just didn't know. But there's another video there, okay? I mean, I do not know whether it's all true. I mean, who knows? I mean, to tell you the truth, my delicious little babies, these days, who knows what the truth is and what the truth isn't, my delicious little babies, you know. I mean, we're really at that stage, aren't we, my delicious little babies? Do you understand what I mean? Because, you know, the fact of the matter is this, from what I can see, it seems that not everybody happened to like this Rob Reiner. The thing that I find odd about that, okay, my delicious babies, and I don't really want to cover it, I'm going to be honest, I do not. I know you're probably saying to yourself, what's she even talking about? It's because I do not believe, I do not know why, but I do not believe that his son did it. The second when I heard it, I never believed it. Okay? Just like to do with this Bondi business in Australia. That's just another way for free speech. This is just figure of speech, my delicious babies, just words. That's just another way for the Australian putrid government to rein in free speech even more, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? I don't know whether you all remember years back, she had her ginger hair, and who was it to do with Sarah? Is it what's Everard? Sarah Everard or something, okay? Well, your woman there with the longer ginger hair, there we are, she got caught out big times. has been a crisis actor, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? And I was really pleased because I was listening to, I've advertised them. I'm subscribed to them. Fakeologist. Okay. What is it? Fakeologist. Oh, I'm trying to remember now. 1, 2, 3. It's on YouTube, my delicious little babies. Is it Tim Fakeologist? Okay. And every Friday he has Fake Nukesville and Jim Rizzoli. Are the banging they are. Not in that way, not in that way, okay? But when you listen to them, they had what's the name? Lynn on with her yesterday evening. And it was flipping hilarious, do you know what I mean? Because all she kept doing was shouting over, and Jim Rizzoli, bless you, was getting Marty peed off with her. Do you know what I mean? My hand to look about his case, you just shout. Just a figure of speech, just giving him GBH in the old ear roll. Do you know what I mean? He was getting well and truly peed off with her. Do you know what I mean? But I was really, really pleased because, our dear Fake News Phil, not in that way. Well, he has trouble with this Bondi story as well, my delicious little babies. And I actually said out loud, I said, yes. I said, I'm glad you said that, Phil. Do you see what I mean? Okay, because I feel the same. See, when you actually see all of this and what is going on, now I remember exactly with that Sarah, stumbled there, rightfully so, Sarah Everard. I'm pretty sure her name was Everard, okay? And there was all flowers laid. There was all of this going on. But when you ginger-headed woman there we are, got flipping damn well caught out. You know what I mean? Because somebody had spotted her somewhere else. Okay? So I'm pretty sure, I'm trying to remember now if it is to do with the Bondi, that somebody there we are. And this has all come out after, by the way, because I remember hearing about it and I never believed it. Okay? Somebody else had also spotted a crisis actor. There we are, they did. Okay, my delicious little baby said these are all the things that are going on now then. Now, apparently, like I said, I don't want to, be talking about that Mr. Rob Rayner. Well, there was somebody else as well where he, cannot remember what his name is now. Oh, I've listened to a number of videos this morning, my delicious little babies, where somebody else, and apparently whoever it was in America, his son killed him as well, my delicious little babies. Well, what's going on here? And furthermore, what are the reasons? Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Do you see what I'm saying? Because there's clearly some reason. Then when we switch over to our lovely not in that way, we switch over to our lovely redacted. Well, to do with, there's a problem, it appears, to do with some Ukrainians in Poland. My delicious little babies, there appears to be some problems there, that they're causing some problems, and something to do with, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember it all now. Something to do with the fact that there's a part of Poland, which is a part of Ukraine. Now, we could talk about this. I love little cows. It's figure of speech, Marty, little babies. But we could talk about this till the cows come home. That's just figure of speech, I repeat. If we look at the actual map, well, the map has become, there we are, smaller and smaller and smaller, okay? Because it's a bit like Pac-Man, everything's been gobbled up. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? And of course, then you've had one that's been, say, one large country, there we are, then it's been broken into all different parts, okay? So for myself, there we are. I would have thought it was ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense. There we are. I've been saying for so long now. So the question is, my delicious little babies, not that I'm big on geopolitics or anything like that, my delicious little babies, okay? But could there be an element, there we are, of truth here? That doesn't mean no, by the way, my delicious little babies, but could there be, possibly, there we are, an element of truth? But apparently, there appears to be some problems. I repeat again with some Ukrainians in Poland. Okay, so you need to listen to our lovely Not In That Way, Not In That Way, as I say, our lovely Redacted. Oh, and on Redacted as well, Mads, Little Babies, there is something else as well. And this is actually to do with an MIT employee man who this is all to do with energy, free energy and everything. Mads Lishlik Babies. Now apparently he has been found shot. And very interesting because he was 47. Well, 4 and 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 comes to 11. Okay. If you look at the Bondi Beach, sorry, let's just go back to that a moment, 15. 5 and 1 come to 6. You have to, there we are, look at the numbers, Mads and Little Babies. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, should anybody happen to have any form of an interest. So this man, too, has been now found murdered. Well, if he's been shot, yeah, then he's been murdered, hasn't he, Mads and Little Babies? That's the way I see it anyway. You know, if you shoot, you know, I mean, I do not like anything like this, Mads and Little Babies, but if somebody shoots somebody else, well, that is murder. There we are, in my book. Anyway, Mads and Little Babies, but again, but I totally got where they were coming from, dear Clayton and the dear guest, and the reason why is because it is true. If you look over decades, Mads and Little Babies, well, you know, it speaks, there we are, it speaks for itself. The fact of the matter is that anybody who talks about, and I've known this, there we are, for flipping decades, anybody, there we are, who talks about anything to do with anything, could be cures, could be where we have free energy. I mean, we are all energy. I do not need, not meaning this in a nasty way, of course, I do not need to listen to a video or to read something to tell myself that I'm not energy. For a start off, if you rub your hair for long enough, it'll stand on end. Do you know what I mean? So we're all energy. There we are. It's ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense. You know what I mean? So this is nothing different. So in order to shut others up, there we are. This is very sadly what happens. Okay? Now, because I'm not sure what to believe ever, my delicious little babies, okay? Could it have been that he's been shot, or could it have been that, there we are, he's just been brought out the way, okay? Because it could be that as well. We do not know, okay? My little babies, just like that dear Indian young man, to do with their AI, okay? My little babies, he was, what was he, 24? Well, I can't remember now. Was he 24? Was he 28? You have to look at the numbers, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, and finally, what I want to talk about is I was listening to Trigonometry yesterday. Was it yesterday daytime or yesterday morning or something? And this is to do with the AI as well. And you got your Irish man there now then. And he's talking to, what's his name, that Irish man? I can't remember now. Anyway, he's talking to the two men trigonometry. Okay, my delicious babies, and what he's saying is to do with this AI. He would be, words to effect, he would be most worried if you know, if this AI was to go too fast, to move too fast, my delicious babies. Okay, but he does not feel at this moment in time that it's quite there yet. Okay, but he's very much for mankind. He says human. I prefer mankind, my delicious little babies. Okay, because AI cannot do everything, can it? My delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? So the fact is this, my delicious little babies. There we are. It is all common sense, but like I say, if it's as with anything, if it's in the wrong hands, there we are, it can cause an awful lot of problems. That is, there we are, I would have thought, ding, ding, dong, dong, quite obvious. But if it is put in, there we are, the correct hands, okay, then I do believe, there we are, as with anything, can be, there we are, used for good. Okay, my delicious babies, but what was the outcome to all of this? I do not quite feel that he actually knew himself what the outcome to all of this is going to be. So anyway, another very interesting video to listen to, my delicious little babies, okay? And is there anything else that I want to say today? No, there isn't at the moment, my delicious little babies. I really just do not have much to say, okay? These days, it's like, how can I explain it? Not because of anybody who listens to my videos regularly, okay? So I do not mean it that way, and how I love you also, okay? But I'm really, I feel struggling these days, my delicious little babies, okay? Just to be even bothered to put a video out, okay? Because sometimes it's absolutely banging correct, you know. Sometimes I just feel like I'm talking to myself in the camera, my delicious little babies. Do you understand what I mean? Okay. Which, of course, that is their goal. That is what they want. There we are, my delicious little babies. Okay. So I don't know. It's just a case of, you know, if I have something to say, my delicious little babies, I'm very thankful and very grateful to anybody who listens to my videos. Okay. And if you manage to get, there we are, some good information from the information that I give to yourselves, that you can please, with those videos, to please pass them on. If you happen to watch any of the videos that I advertise, my delicious little babies, please and thank you. But you know, if there's something to put out, then I'll put something out. If not, then you know, then I'm just not going to, because it seems to myself, even though there's always somebody seeing and always somebody hearing, but I'm not really quite sure that sometimes ones are really getting me. I really genuinely, to my heart, just do not feel that they are. So, you know, I spend most of my time, like I just said, talking to my damn self. You know, I make perfect sense, my damn self. Do you understand what I mean? Okay. But there's no good me keep doing videos on a regular basis if nobody's listening, my little babies. You know, like I say, apart from our, you know, little beautifuls who, you know, do, there we are, respect me. Do you understand what I mean? Okay. But for most, they just do not get me. Just do not get me at all where I'm coming from, okay? And I genuinely feel as well, you know, because of my videos that I've been putting out and everything like this now then, that at the end of the day, that has been a part of the problem to do with my spars, you know, spying on me and everything like this now then. Do you know what I mean? What is it? Once you're in it, you cannot leave it. Oh, correct me if I'm wrong, my delicious little babies. Does that not feel like a bit like a mafia? You know, once you're in, you cannot leave. To me, that sounds like a mafia, my delicious little babies. You know, anyway, I know what I'm talking about. So, I actually feel, my delicious little babies, that I have sacrificed. There we are. I have sacrificed rather a lot. Okay, there we are, from doing. There we are, my videos. Okay, because it has cost me. It's cost me having spars who are listening to every word I say in my own home. Okay. It has cost me that wherever I went, there we are, that I was being spied on, and probably still am now. Okay. So for myself, my delicious little babies, there we are. I feel that I paid rather a high price for that myself. Okay. But clearly it was benefiting somebody, wasn't it, my delicious little babies, or some, there we are, or some bodies. Okay. I'm sure that there we are, stumbling rightfully so, that one day, there we are, we shall more than likely, there we are, get to the bottom of this. Okay. But I feel with my videos anyway, I feel like I've done quite enough. But like I said, my videos just do not get out. It's not about me having subscribers, my delicious little babies. It's about, there we are, the information, there we are, that I give out. And that is, there we are, where my frustrations come from. There we are, my delicious little babies. I get really marty effing frustrated. Because in reality, one's just a not, you know, sometimes they may listen to the odd one or whatever, but really nobody's listening at all. So that's why, you know, there's just no point to me doing it every day, lights off. And it's not me who's just in a mood. It's not, I'm not in a mood. You know, I've been quite a fan, actually. Been doing my cooking, my cleaning, there we are, doing other things, you know. There's nothing wrong with myself. It's just that everything has been made mankind possible. There we are to block me at every avenue. My delicious little babies. There we are. That is what has been happening. You see what I mean, okay? And when I do point other things out now, which is, you know, not always to do with the news and things like this now, when I get to other areas, it seems to myself that nobody, you know, not being nasty or disrespectful, can be bothered to listen to a word that I say. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give out a video. If I have information and I feel that it's really super duper important, then of course, you know, I'll do a video as quickly as possible. But other than that, I shan't bother. It'll just be from every, I don't know, so many days or something, my delicious little babies. It's just how it's made me feel now. And I'm just being honest to you, my delicious little babies. I could sit here and bullshit you till the cows come home, but I'm not going to. I'm just done telling it the way it is. When you're just listening to yourself, okay, actually, I am my own fan, and that is not my ego. I am my own fan, okay, that I could even, there we are, make videos. Okay, my delicious babies, I may not know how to edit them or anything like that, okay, but, you know, at least, there we are, I took it upon myself, you know, to talk about other things, there we are, that was going on in the world. I mean, if it was just me solely doing my readings now, and anyway, YouTube made it, there we are, very difficult there as well. My delicious little babies for me, you know what I mean? There we are. From the word go, basically, there we are, they've made my life difficult. Do you know what I mean? My delicious little babies, okay? Because it's of what there we are, it is because of what I say. Do you see what I mean? Okay, I just like to point things out now. There we are. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, okay. And I personally do not see anything wrong with that. So, you know, we must never lose, let's just say, our sights of what is going on around us. But at the same time, we must never lose hope either. Okay. Like I said, I'm just going to step back for a bit, my delicious little babies, okay? For those of you, I might bang out one more video before the fake Crimbo, because I personally do not celebrate. I've already been done explaining this time after time, you know what I mean, okay? Because I've been deprogramming myself for many years. There we are, many years now, my delicious little babies, okay? Because you know, I know, you know, what over these years, there we are, what it really means, okay? But I never knock anybody who enjoys their Crimbo and enjoys celebrating it. And for anyone who's got little babies, well, of course, it's for the little babies, isn't it, my delicious little babies, really? You know what I mean? So that they can have a, you know, a fun time opening the little gifts and everything, you know, and just having a fabulous time with, you know, with family and friends and everything, you know what I mean? So I wish you all a happy Crimbo, but I, like I say, personally do not celebrate it myself, okay? I do not with Easter, do not with anything, my delicious little babies. When you realise, like I did, my delicious little babies, there we are, how much we've been damn well lied to. There we are, continuously lied to. You know, you have enough of it up to here. There we are, my delicious little babies. Do you understand what I mean? So I just do not believe anything now these days. I just do not believe anything, okay? Because, and the more and more that we're not believing, is the more and more everything's coming thick and fast. There we are. Do you see what I mean, Martin babies? Yes. Anyway, so on that note, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, please have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, my little honey bunnies. Sending peace, love, harmony, and bright blessings to each and every one of you. And may your beautiful little selves, your beautiful little families, there we are, may you all be fully protected. And how I love you so. And thank you for any views. Once again, thank you for any likes. And, you know, and as regards to the new year, you know, well, a very, I'll wish it once more anyway, but for both. But, you know, a very happy new year to you all. I hope that life brings you, you know, all of the beauty and wonderful things that life can bring to you all, okay? Uh, because, you know, this is a roller coaster, my delicious little babies, and right now it's not showing much chance of stopping right now, okay, my delicious little babies, but we must not let it get to us too much, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? I just feel, what's the point that I want to make to my video? To be, there we are, aware, there we are, of what is going on around us. And that is, there we are, my message to everybody. To please and thank you, there we are, be aware. Do you see what I mean? Okay, because the more aware that we are, okay, is the more that they cannot continue to pull, you know, the wool over our eyes, just an old fashioned saying, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? So you just take care now. And if it is evening, you know, well, have a beautiful evening, whatever time of the day or night, okay? Just have a beautiful time, all right? And so very much love. Thank you once again for listening. You look after now. Peace, love, harmony, and bright blessings. Take care. Goodbye.